Okay, look at my CPU consumption. Okay, this is because I am doing rendering. Now, if I didn't have an i7 core processor, okay, all right. Now I don't know about this particular model, but when I picked my CPUs, okay, before I only did gaming and I was an AMD guy, okay, until I got to rendering. All right, and it was very important that I wanted to be able to render and use my PC to still continue to record videos. And you guys remember the content that I used to push out was insane. Okay, that was because I could do the same thing. So I had to rebuild my PC to give me that power, and it was the processing unit. Because, all right, it might say 100%, okay, up here, but really it's only 80, 90, 93. Every cycle is changing its percentage. Okay? All right? Having it being utilized like that creates more power. More power creates more heat. More heat creates more cooling that is needed. Okay? All right? So, one of the things that I forgot to talk about, okay, is our cooling. Okay? As a engineer, you don't have to worry about cooling unless you are doing a greenfield build of a data center, okay? And you need to have professional HVAC people to come in and do your cooling. Meaning that as an engineer, you're going to learn more about heat transfer, physics of refrigerants, okay? Because the last thing you want, because you need to have some type of perspective to make sure things are done the way you want in your parameters. Last thing you want, okay, is an atmosphere being created in your data center and it start raining all over your data center. And if you do not think the heat that is produced by your data center in those racks and racks, rows and rows and rows of racks, okay, and improper cooling will not create a storm inside your data center, you're sadly mistaken. It would literally start raining in your data center. Okay? All right? No, you're not going to have clouds. Okay? I mean, you're not going to have clouds. You're not going to have lightning and stuff like that. Okay, but what's happening is that heated moisture, too much humidity in the air, goes to the top of the building, okay, and it's cool. And what happens to that stuff when it starts to cool off? Okay, all right, it starts to condense. All right, you have enough air up there that's condensing those water droplets, or that moisture starts to form droplets, and it starts to rain. Okay, so cooling is another aspect you got to worry about. In your home, your lab, okay, during the wintertime, it's great, okay, it's fantastic. However, all right, in the summertime, your cooling is crucial. I had my rack, okay, with my servers and my equipment out in the garage. All right. I literally had to install a portable HVAC unit and exhaust it through the roof. Okay. All right. Because you gotta remove the exhaust air. All right. In order to actually cool down that garage. And it's not that easy because garages don't have any insulation, concrete floor, storing that heat, okay, all that stuff, all right? So the environment was hot, was harsh, okay? But I was able to do it because I'm a heating and air conditioning guy. I got the power of gods when it comes to cooling and heating, right? So because of that, all right, and that's a joke, okay? It's not me being arrogant. I have to say that before people say, "Man, that's an arrogant motherfucker." But still, okay, so cooling is necessary. And as an engineer, you need to pay attention to the cooling when you're doing a brand new data center build. Okay, now 9 times out of 10, you are not designing the data center from that perspective. You're designing the network infrastructure. Okay, but it all depends on what you're doing. Okay, the general contractor who knows how to build a data center should be worrying about that aspect. And you might not even consider, it a thought, okay? But understanding the importance of cooling and humidity control, okay, all right, and the possibility of the damage you could cause, all right, when your AC, if you walk into a data center and you feel that humidity, okay, you as an engineer knows it's time to actually put a work order in to actually have it serviced. Okay, without that knowledge, you just walk in there and be like, oh, it's humid in here, all right, and just do your work and leave, and nobody knows that the air conditioner needs to be serviced. Okay, like I said, there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of working parts. All right, with our jobs, it's not just doing configurations. All right, and it's not just the command line. All right, you have a responsibility for the environment, the equipment, and all the layers of the OSI model. Okay, all right, with, well, you know, not all the layers, but it's because you know what the OSI model now is, the physical aspect of the equipment and the wiring is something you need to worry about as an engineer, and you need to be concerned with it. And when you walk into a high humid, okay, whether it's high humid or high temperature environment, okay, it's just like logging SSH into a device, okay, all right, doing some show commands, to find out what your equipment has. The next thing you know, okay, you get a console message about your fans failing. Okay, that immediately needs action. You need to call Cisco and get a RMA. All right, that's part of your job. You're an engineer. This is what your job is. Okay, all right. Just because someone did not tell you to do this task, that's not a okay. So there's two types of engineers. All right, you got the one that most likely is a junior engineer who is told what to do. He's given tasks, okay? He is, on a daily basis, he is giving work to do, okay? And projects to do. As a senior engineer, you create the work most of the time. Yes, you'll have projects. Yes, your manager will come and ask you to take care of something or do something or talk to a client. Okay, those are tasks that are given to you. Okay, you'll work with the PM to actually get the project done. All right, and let me tell you, your PMs are crucial and they're golden. And I love working with PMs. But at the same time, the rest of your workload is your creation. You create projects, your own workload. Okay, all right. This is who you are. All right, you're self-efficient. Meaning a manager does not have to talk to you every day to find out what you're doing and to make sure you're working. They know you're working based on the content, change control, request, and projects that you have created in your daily schedule. You're a senior guy. This is what senior guys do. All right, I'm telling you this because you'll know what to look for as you're growing in this industry. Okay? Be strong, be determined, be Cisco.